said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Back to throw, it's Carter. Quarterback now breaking the field. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. At the 45 on his way. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Looking for space, it's Chester.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Carter. Got his man on the outside. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on...
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
It's complete to the right. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back from no gain.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they will score. Touchdown, Tiger. Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, the ground game. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Crosses the 35. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
That was a big first down for this offense. Like, your defense was just on the field a lot. And so to get a first down, to get that clock moving, to get them a little bit of rest, now getting maybe a little bit of a rhythm offensively, big first down for this up.
And the Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Here comes the heat. Quickly complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield.
Breaks into the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, running back on the move. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Dropping back, it's Carter. Plucks it out of the air. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. And you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
They'll leave it with him. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Gotta love the physicality on fourth down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. Got his man out of the backfield. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And the offense defense tried to get it to their playmaker quick and see if he could get the first down. A little bit short. But what did I do? I made this a manageable fourth down. Now it's decision time. What do I want to do?
And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The snap to the up man, they'll fake it. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
You're just trying to change the ebb and flow of the game. You're trying to get some of this momentum back, so you go fake punt, and you can't get it executed. It just backfires in their face.
Back to pass, it's Carter. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They'll try to pop the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up for it.
The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job on the defense, shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
That's reeled in. It's Selvia. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll start this drive firing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Bears the pressure. Takes the easy completion. Snowed under by the defense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Swings it out to his running back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Longhorns are on the move. Just keep slinging it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
To the air, it's Carter. Throws to the wideout. Great job using his body and getting the foot down for the catch on the left sideline.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. So the fourth down call works out for them as they try to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, that play race is going to give them a lot of confidence. Here they are.
There he goes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your due.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Send the tight end in motion. The give on the inside. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's why he is an All-American. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Looking left. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
Yeah, we don't have many plays left. You know, the clock winding down, we got to make something happen. These kind of plays are just crippling. They will absolutely ruin what chance you have to push the ball down the field later on and save timeouts. And so we got to get...
Beck's going for the goal line. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. The play action fake. Looking for the score. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Couldn't find any way to
offense, understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Finds a little space.
The return is brought down at the 36, and the Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Texas offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within your...
Turning it on! And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
How about the offensive line working in tandem on these blocks? You see some of those guys that got up into the second level, got a hat on a hat, and that left open a huge crease for the running back.
He wants to throw it. Back's got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Touchdown Longhorns! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Up by 1. They're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. They'll go to the air. Makes a catch right in the middle of the danger zone. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Carter. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Firing to the right, complete.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Found the seam. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Blasted as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Back open in the middle. Breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up in the 26 with the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Now improvising. He'll pull it down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, LSU.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ballgame. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end.